What's up mga Macanarians? It's me, Father M, your vocation vlogger.
Sa tahanan, sunod sa seminary, sundan mo na ang pagubot sa tawag ni Kristo.
Every third Sunday of January, we celebrate the feast of the child Jesus, who we fondly call Señor Santo Niño. We may wonder why the devotion to Señor Santo Niño is very widespread, especially here in our country, here in Philippines. In almost every Catholic establishment here in our country, for example, in sari-sari stores, or in almost every homes of Filipino Catholics, we can see a statue of Señor Santo Niño. Iba't ibang kulay, may nakapula, may naka-green, yung iba naka-maroon. Iba't ibang damit rin. Yung iba naka-uniforme ng pulis, yung iba magsasaka naman ng peg, yung iba bombero naman ang suot. Depende sa kung sino ang nagmamay-ari. Pero kadalasan, mga Macanarians, ang ninyo ay nakasuot ng parang isang hari. Kasi naman, tinuturing natin siyang hari ng buong universo. For all we know, the image of the child Jesus is the first religious icon, if I'm not mistaken, the first religious icon that was venerated in our country. It was a gift of Magellan to Queen Juana of Cebu after she and the people of the tribe had been baptized. From then on, the devotion to Señor Santo Niño grows. Many miracles have been reported, and testimonies from a number of devotees have been publicized that further ignite the devotion to the child Jesus. In fact, one time, may bininyagan akong isang bata sa may Santo Niño Shrine, Libertad, Butuan City, anak ng classmate ko noon sa theology. He testified na yung anak niya, he asked from Señor Santo Niño doon sa may shrine. Imagine, 8 years silang walang anak ng kanyang asawa, and when he asked for a miracle from Señor Santo Niño for a child, his prayer was answered. Makakasana talaga tayo, mga Macanarians. But let's just be careful na hindi sana magiging isang mere fanaticism lang ang ating debosyon kay Señor Santo Niño. Hindi sana tayo agad maniniwala kapag may marinig tayong may mga estatwa ng ninyo raw na sumasayaw o may tao na sinasaniban ng Señor Santo Niño. Mga Macanarians, yung ninyo po, yung Panginoon, hindi sumasanib sa katawan ng tao. Yung mga demonyo lang po ang gumagawa nun. Kaya hindi po yung theologically sound. Of course, may mga milagro na authentic, pero yung iba, superstitious lang o fake. Gets? Needless to say, our affection for the child Jesus is very intense, especially for us Filipinos. But why are we so much attracted to Señor Santo Niño? Of course, whenever I see a baby, mapapawaw talaga tayo. Kasi naman, lahat ng baby, cute tingnan, sarap ihag o ikis. Aside from that, we can easily approach a child. We can easily ask a favor from a child. Let me ask you, mga Macanarians, which is easier to ask a favor? From an adult or from a child? Of course, madaling makiusap sa isang bata. As to my reflection, I guess this is one of the reasons why God becomes a little child, so that it is easy for us to approach Him. He who seems for us too far to reach. He whom we thought of as a distant God who dwells in the highest heaven. He becomes human like us so that it would be easier for us to relate and talk with Him. Amen. Thus, the presence of Señor Santo Niño in our midst reminds us that God has become truly human for us and with us. He undergoes the stages of development proper to human beings. He became a small child, a niño, weak and vulnerable, so that we may feel how much He loves us, how much He desires to play with us and to journey with us. What an honor for us that God humbles Himself and becomes a little child so that we share in His divinity. However, our devotion to Señor Santo Niño may not only be limited to asking a litany of favors from Him. Sana ang ating pag-enthroned sa statue ni Señor Santo Niño sa ating mga bahay at sa ating mga tindahan, for example, ay sana hindi lang para pangpaswerte. By the way, mga Macanarians, I'm personally discouraging you na bumili ng mga statua ni Señor Santo Niño na may dalang bag ng pera o yung tinatawag nilang Señor Santo Niño de la Suerte na para bang ang statua ni Señor Santo Niño ay isang anting-anting o lucky charm. Sana hindi lang hanggang debosyon ang ating panata kay Señor Santo Niño o hanggang dasal lang tayo na gumaling tayo sa ating arthritis, high blood o ibang karamdaman. O kaya pumasa yung anak natin sa board exam o manalo tayo sa loto o kaya makabayad na tayo sa ating utang. More than that, may our devotion to Señor Santo Niño increase our faith and hope in God. May intensify our love for Him and for our neighbors. That the more we deepen our devotion to Him, may we become like Him. That we may imitate the virtues of a child, like that of humility, innocence, trusting, yung madaling magpatawad, honest, because we believe that a child always tells the truth, hopeful, yung may sense of wonder, at iba pang katangian. Again, on this feast of Señor Santo Niño, let us be reminded, mga Macanarians, that God has become human for us, has become a little child, so that we may easily approach Him, and that our devotion to Señor Santo Niño may not just be superficial and shallow, rather, it may lead us to imbibe the virtues of a child. Mga Macanarians, Viva Pit Señor! Amen. Hanggang sa sunod po, this is Father N, your vocation vlogger in the service of St. Peter College Seminary. God bless you all.
Sa tanan, sunod sa seminary.